Hello and welcome to this special presentation. In the cavalcade of TV personalities, it's a bit like Australia's Hollywood, the name Graham Kennedy shines brightest. His life stories become folklore, especially in Melbourne. The strange little kid with the bulging eyes, the lonely only child of divorced parents, and growing up in a working class suburb. He got his break as a radio sidekick, and then he fronted a live TV show that nobody thought would last more than a few weeks. But nearly half a century later, he is still called the King. In a moment, you'll see Graham doing something that he rarely did, something that made this accomplished performer truly uncomfortable. That was talking about himself. But first, here's some classic Kennedy comedy, including that phrase that every Aussie has pinched at some time or another. That's a joke, Joyce.
Joyce, I'll tell you what, me bum's so tender, I could sit on a 20-cent piece and tell you the date.
All right, dear.
Good.
Steady on now, dear. Here, I'll give you a bit of a hand. Oh, be careful of your wharf supports now.
What was that, Joyce?
Watch your wharf supports gently. That's
What do you mean? Wharf support.
piles.
Oh, God.
I tell
Oh,
you
the
what,
pain
dear.
is terrible,
A
Joyce.
bit of breakfast, and you'll soon forget about the pain.
Joyce, where I feel sore, the breakfast isn't going. Oh, Joyce. Joyce, you can say this to me and it'll be very funny. Say this to me. Money can't buy love. Say that.
Why?
Well, if you say that to me, I will come back with a rejoinder, which will have you rolling on the floor in mirth. Money can't buy love.
Very well, dear. Money can't buy love.
Maybe not, but give me $20 and let me do my own shopping. See, $20, that's what a pro charges. This is funny one, that one. Silly old bitch. That was a joke, Joyce.
Come on down, Sam Sutcliffe. Come on, oh, what a good boy. Sam.
He loves that tennis ball, doesn't he?
He does. He's quite frantic about them, actually. Quite stupid, actually, when it comes to tennis balls. But he's
beautiful.
Yeah, he's all right.
He really is
He's a good mate. He's a good mate.
So that's Sam Sutcliffe. We wanted you to meet him. It's just a thrill. Yes, that is a nicely framed picture. Spot Graham Kennedy.
Rover, come on. Come on. You may eat. Yes, you can. Oh, I did it the wrong way. He's confused. Sit. You may eat. Rover boy, this is delicious here. This is pal dog food. Rover, darling. Rover? Oh, he's... People still say, whatever happened to Rover? And I say nothing, he's fine, he's one of the few 42-year-old Labradors. They go, oh, yeah. What do you think happened? He's dead.
Did you mention that on IMT? Did he die on IMT or afterwards? I mean, during the period of IMT, lots of others did.
A lot of people did. I'll do the jokes, right? No, Bert and Patty Newton took him, and I think he died with them.
You think? You don't know?
Yeah, he did die with them. It was a very sad occasion. I remember Bert ringing me saying, "You'll never guess," and I said, "Patty's dead," and he said, "No, Rover."
Born in Balaclava. Went to school at Caulfield Central.
There's my Aunt Helen, that's me in the front, and there's my mum to the right. There's me holding a little, I'm marching and concentrating with the tongue stuck in, which I still do, in the corner of the mouth. Then I went to Melbourne High School, and then when I left school I applied for a job at 3UZ, didn't get it. Then 3UZ rang me and said the job I'd applied for wasn't available, but there was another one in the record library, which meant as the records came out of the studio, I would file them. If it wasn't for the late Clifford Nichols-Witter, I certainly wouldn't be here today. That was my big break in the business.
Could you deny that you enjoy the mantle of being the king of television still, even though you
No.
retired?
I didn't call myself king. Your journalists called me the king and Golden Boy and Mercurial and all those.
There are worse titles, aren't there?
Yes, but a lot of people think, oh, you know, he thinks he's the king of television. I don't think that at all. Someone else thought that.
But you were the king.
Ray, we were too busy to think about kings or... There was no jealousy, as I remember. If you're doing
No
a
queens?
I beg your pardon?
No queens?
A few.
Yeah, I'm weak through lack of food. Oh! We are the only two of our company left. All the others are dead. Don't laugh here. Don't cry. Have courage. All right then. Oh, good, blimey. Go away, dark angel of death, and take your bosom with you. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying, dying. Oh, you don't see good acting like this anymore. No, I mean, this is first-class stuff. No, don't say this.
How much of it was that prepared? How much of those early days was...
Nothing. I've got no notes on me at all. This is coming straight out of the bush.
How about 1957?
None of it was scripted except the live ads because we didn't have writers. I don't know why it didn't occur to us to employ writers, but we didn't. Jeff Cork and I would chat away hoping that something amusing would happen. Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. Then you threw to the singer, and then you did a live ad, then you had the juggler. It's a bit like, you know, what you used to do in the afternoon.
That you were breaking the rules, if there were rules of television, that in fact you
I wasn't
you were doing
aware
something
of,
revolutionary?
None of us knew anything. Cameramen didn't know about cameras. The audio people didn't know about sound. Lighting was hideous. Nothing much has changed. Nobody knew anything, but thank God neither did the viewer. They thought it was magic.
A show for you that is so happy and bright, with gaiety and music and such a happy crowd. We will do our best to keep you laughing out loud in Melbourne tonight.
It reminds me of the first time I went into Norm Spencer's office. I went in to see Norm Spencer for a job, and typical of Norm, he jobbed me.
Wait! Don't jump! Don't jump! What for? I'm from the television news. If I get this scoop on film in the news, I'll get a rise. So don't jump.
Stand back. I'll jump. Don't come any closer.
Well, I can't get a shot from back here.
Look here. Careful. Nearly pushed me off.
Don't forget, as you're going down, smile.
Listen, the angle you'll be taking, son, you won't see me face.
What is this for?
This is to help you get up on the piano.
Oh, I don't need that. I've been practicing that all week. I don't need that. No, I didn't say not. I
go
can...
home.
Yes, go. I don't want that. Yeah, it's nice of you to want to help me like that, honey.
But I thought that would be a wonderful way to get you up onto the piano.
Well, I've been practicing, though, and I think that I can do it pretty good now.
You can get up on the piano by yourself?
Yeah, I think I can.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Could they give me a little music?
Helen Boyce.
No.
Helen Boyce, to get up onto the piano.
Yes, right now I'm going to try. Wait, No, not there. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I got it now.
I'm always interested to know this. What did you expect when you came along tonight? How did you'd seen the program before, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. What did you think I'd be like?
I hadn't really thought.
Didn't you? What did they say at work today? Did they wish you luck and all that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to marry you because you don't talk too much. I think you'd be marvellous. I've got to ask you a question. Here's the question. What are you doing after the show? No. Not the question. Another question here. I'll pick one that I think you'll like. Are you interested in animals?
Not particularly.
Not particularly?
No.
Well, then I don't care what you're doing after the show tonight.
What do you do for a living, Julie?
I'm a typist.
A typist? At an insurance broker?
No.
At a solicitor's office?
No.
At Coles and Garrard, the famous people who make wonderful sunglasses?
No.
No. Oh, you might be with Massey Ferguson, the people who make wonderful tractors. You're not, by any chance, with Rid milking machines, are you?
No.
Is it possible, one says to oneself, that you're with Custom Carpets?
No.
I know, the Fridge Right Dairy Vat people.
No.
You're at the Drew and Butterfat factory. Well, I've guessed as much as I can and got rid of a few debts.
My favourite thing was the sketches in the show I did 5 nights a week. We were very lucky. We didn't have writers, but we got Joff Ellen, comedian, Tiv comedian, who brought all his own stuff with him. All comedians had a trunk full of their own material. Of course, it wasn't with the traditional bits that had been handed down. Some you didn't even know the original author. They were so old. But funny, very funny stuff. So we did the first couple of years, 3, perhaps 4 years, with Joff providing his own sketches. And I was lucky enough to work with him. He was a great comedian, and I learnt a lot from Joff, to the point where I could then go into sketches myself. I knew a lot of the business. I knew a lot of the gags. And it all came from Joff. He was very important to me. Still is.
What do you do if you want a bit of attention?
Oh, that's easy. I just throw a convulsion.
Hey? Can you throw a convulsion? Yeah. Can you?
Hey, you want to see me?
Yeah. Yeah, go on.
I'll do it for you. Watch
Yeah.
this. You ready?
Yeah.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Rishi, I understand that you are the Beatles' spiritual advisor. Yes? You should say that. At this point, I have forgotten the question. Well, I was asking you... smell my flower. Very, very lovely. Very big in India. Very, very big here, too. Oh, good center for laughing all the time. Oh, look, Veronica, like Indian. I was saying that I understand that you are the Beatles' spiritual advisor. Oh, yes. Yes, to be serious for one moment. I am the Beatles' spiritual advisor. They never buy spirits without they give them a nut.
But physical comedy, we're back to... Do you call it vaudeville or Tivoli? I mean, was that the influence in Australia?
Same thing.
All right, OK.
Variety on stage.
Ernie Carroll, Ozzy Ostrich, when did he was writing for you in the late 60s?
Ernie's a comedy writer. No, Ernie knows every joke. Well, if you've watched Hey Hey, you know he knows every joke. And Ozzy was so famous that we used him as an act at night. And Ozzy and I would do strange things. This could, I don't know, but this could be the intro to me having to give mouth to beak to a bird.
Ozzy, baby. Oh, he's passed out. I'll have to... There's only one thing you can do. I'll have to give him mouth to mouth. Oh, I've never done this with a... with an ostrich. Oh, I think he's sick.
I bet you do that to all the birds.
I've got a hot flash for you, Ozzy. This is like the ink blot test. You've heard of the ink blot test?
Oh, yeah, I saw a few on the floor outside.
Yes, well, these will give me some idea of what you're thinking and what's depressing you.
Oh, really?
They'll be very simple. They're just little things, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, good.
See that?
Oh, yeah, sex, yeah, sex, yeah. Oh, yeah, sex.
Here's another simple picture. Now, you tell me what you think of this.
Oh, yeah, sex. Oh, yes, yeah, sex. Oh, yeah, sex.
Settle down now, settle down.
Oh, yes.
Just hang on. Sex, you say?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh, yes, no doubt about that. Oh, yes, definitely. Yes, definitely.
Here's another simple picture.
Oh, that's even... Oh, sex. Oh, yeah.
Ozzy! Ozzy,
yes.
I am shocked. You are depraved, disgustingly crude. You're obviously a pervert.
How could you say something like that about me? You're the one who's drawing all the dirty pictures.
Spaghetti, eh? Spaghetti.
Something went wrong there.
But explosions? I mean, again, you made explosions as in vaudeville. You made explosions part and parcel of your...
Yes, there was a lot of blowing up. I think the lighting people taught me about flash pots and how to make, fake explosions, and I rather fancied this. And I'd say, make them bigger. And it got to the point where, like, it was dangerous. I lost a lot of clothes, all body hair went. I said, man, make it bigger. Bang, and they go.
Did you really? Did you catch on fire?
Yes, lots of clothes were ruined.
One, two, three.
time you're ready, Rod.
It blew my hat off, that's the thing. I don't see why I have to go through life being blown up and things dropped on me. I reckon the fellow who thought of it should sit here. And he should be subject. Mike McCall Jones, this is my writer, Mike McCall Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. You didn't know. I want you to sit in real close, Mike. That's it. A little over this way. That's it. I want you to stare at that jelly. Something funny is going to happen. Hang on, just stay there. Don't. If you want to say something funny, it's all right. How are you, Mike?
Pretty good.
Don't faint. Mike sometimes faints. At hospitals and things, you know. He can smell Dettol and go right off into the street. You ready, Mike? This is going to be very funny. Who thought of it, Mike? When I count 3, it's got to go up. You ready, Mike? 1, 2. You ready, Liz? 3. Hey, that's funny, Mike. Then there was a lot of sketch rape, I think you'd call it. You know, I'd be Rasputin or I'd be Henry VIII or whatever happened. There was a lot of throwing Patty McGrath on a bed and having my way with her. She was McGrath then, not Newton, because Bert, of course, eventually did do that.
What? Have his way with it?
On a bed. Well, I must be off.
Come here! What are you... Come on! Your end is in sight! I'll do the joke. What are you doing, Nero? Oh, isn't it obvious what I'm doing? I'm making history come true.
Making history come true?
Yes.
What do you mean, Nero?
I'm fiddling my own bird.
Was it actually written in the contract that you got to kiss Sue Donovan, Jason Donovan's mum, every night? Was that the contract or just a side?
No, but I think we've got a piece of tape of that event.
But it happened every night. You or Bert?
Well, Bert, certainly. Heavens. How long have we got?
There's just one thing that we haven't settled.
What's that?
My 10%. Oh, I'm afraid your consultation has gone into overtime, Miss Jones. So my fee will be $13.
And mine will be $40.
And here it comes!
What is your field? What do you do? What do you tell people?
See, I wouldn't call myself a comedian, and a million people I just heard them, yes, I heard them say that again. I can communicate, sometimes amusingly. I think that's my field.
Incredible play, Bob. He's going with the wedding cake, Terry! I haven't seen anything like this since I've been covering food. In this final round, Perez is not sparing anything.
You can hear a pin drop in Mendoza Stadium in this final round. The capacity crowd waits to see just what exactly Stendor will do. This may be the most expensive round in food history. What a finish! And there it goes!
But the commercials became part of your signature almost in terms of sending up commercials.
The show was full of commercials. Let's make them as amusing as possible.
Could you send anything up?
Yes. Right. If you want your product treated seriously, you booked a recorded ad or you put it elsewhere. But the whole thing, you know, it was just chatty and funny, and a commercial could go on for 4 or 5 minutes and then...
Despite the fact that you sent up the shirts and everything else, Cutlass?
There's a way to send... I mean, you don't say terrible things. You do funny things, perhaps.
40 colour pages telling you how enjoyable a Fairstar holiday with Sitmar can be. Oh, you can have a marvellous time on board the Fairstar, having an exciting time. We have a short film, actually, of some people on a Fairstar holiday, showing you exactly what it can be like at sea with Sitmar on the Fairstar. Watch. Yes. Oh, it's fun. With the price of meat as it is today, it's a costly business, you know, to own a pup. I think it's better to eat it. Here's the answer to rising prickies. I'm sorry, prices. Oh, but Biff isn't just for dogs. Oh, no. There is a big range of Biff cat food, including Biff's latest snack, Pussy. Yes, now you can buy Pussy in a can. Pussy in a can, what will they think of next? Peter, could you cut away from me for just a moment? Pussy in a can! Yes. When it's time to feed your puppy dog. Yes, wonderful, wonderful, delicious, superb. Tom Piper, the sultanas, raisins, currants, orange and lemon peel, caramel, milk and golden syrup all go into making this delicious... Oh. Yes. Oh, dear. Little custard there. Oh, no, really doesn't... Doesn't that look appetizing? Oh, no, it does. Look, no, it really, really does. Oh, I hope we can keep this client. We're losing so many. Yes, that's right. Oh. Anchorfill stores wet in the container a handy plastic glove box pack. Maple Mana? I wish you would.
See, I've got one too.
He has one, yes. His is the same size as mine.
Hey, wait on. Mine stretches.
Yeah. Doesn't it? So I've heard. Listen, around the Commonwealth, I would say. It's irrespective of race, creed or colour. Here's Herbie. Lock up your door. Listen, it stays wet.
So don't forget, if you want a pair of shoes, make sure they're Raoul Merton, because, as we say every week after this hilarity, of comfort you're certain. When they're hurting by Merton. No.
Hate 'em. I pick on.
Raoul Merton 707s are fabulous shoes. Raoul Merton 707s give you style. Hate 'em.
Don't you...
That's not in it.
Now say something nice.
Raoul Merton shoes are really very nice.
That's right, Raoul
It's
Merton.
only me that hates them. Don't you know?
Raoul Merton 707s cost, as I say, cost you only 99 and 11. So if you pop along to your local...
It's simple, really. Just toast them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Matey's muffins. I wonder if Joff's watching. I'll do the toast for him. The fleecy cloud may kiss the sky, the rose may kiss the butterfly, the morning dew may kiss the grass, and you, my friend...
Nothing could be more simple than an Arnott Sayo biscuit, and yet everybody loves them just for that reason. You can do so much with them. It's like a foundation for an exciting meal. An Arnott Sayo. Not only that, you can make vanilla slices. Have you seen that commercial? Nice homemade vanilla slice made out of 2 Sayo biscuits. Now about that? Sounds like dysentery, doesn't it? That'd be lovely. Would you like to try one of my vanilla slices? I made them out of Sayo biscuits. I think I'd rather commit Harry Carey than eat a vanilla slice. I don't have to eat it tonight, do I? I do have to. Oh, that's good, because I love it. What flavour have we got tonight? Blueberry. Those little black things. Yuck. No, it's good, though. It's good. It's Peter's real fruit yogurt, and it tastes delicious. Mmm. It's nearly got a quarter of a potato in it. And they've got the hide to charge 20 cents. Now, isn't that terrible? See, if you mashed all that down, that'd only be the tiniest... I'll do it. I'll do it. No, I just want to show you something. I love Coal Van. They'll love me for this. I'm a hit with the drive-in people. Oh, yes. Now, you watch this. Now, that looks a lot. But you watch. I'm in the mood to lose them all tonight. Reach for Marchand's Ring Thing bottle or can. The only soft drinks in the world that are sparkle-like-a-like-a-ling.
Yes, Martins have the best soft drinks and the easiest to open bottles and cans. The secret, of course, is Martins' exclusive Ring Thing.
Ring
and
Thing?
of course, you know it makes bottle openers old-fashioned. And now, my very good friend, Mr. Graham Kennedy, is going to demonstrate.
Can I do it with a can?
Of course you can do it with a can.
Thank you very much.
put it
Thank
like
you, Miss
that.
Willing. Take hold of the ring thing like this, and then simply pull.
Pull,
lift, and it's off. Now,
Of course, and then you enjoy, this is the best part,
Yes.
you enjoy Marchant's Sparkle-like-a-larkling lemonade.
no, hang on. I think we
did that
I think we got a dud
deliberately.
one there. Here we are. Here's a definite.
Pull, lift, pour.
That's it.
You've done it.
Hang on. Now, look.
It's microculture
Look here.
again.
Now,
Now,
listen,
this
I've
is
got.
wrong.
They've
You've
been
done
gagging
it.
there.
They've been, look, excuse me.
Hey, now, just a
Now,
moment.
but look,
Wait for
it's
this.
got bitter lemon and it's plain thing in it.
Here we are.
Oh, no,
This
this
is better.
shocking.
That's not. That's udder-udder-ludderling. That's.
I hate to think what that was. Candidly.
That's Mill.
Oh.
I'll do a proper one, all right. Well, I've got to pour that out.
Now you'll be able to tell the difference because this is the genuine. That was funny. Mike thought of that too.
Oh, he's great, that boy.
What about the ego of Graham Kennedy? How important was that for you to be a national figure rather than a Melbourne figure?
I don't believe that came into it, Ray. As I say, we were all too busy doing it.
The money? Was it as huge as reporter, or was that part of the press machine?
That kept going up. Dressing rooms got bigger. Caravans got big presents here, flowers, cigar, stuff. And I think I ended with $20,000 a show. $20,000 a show was probably the most I got in the 60s.
Was it easy to negotiate with someone like Sir Frank Packer?
No.
For money?
It was never easy negotiating anything with Sir Frank. I've never been more frightened of anyone in my life.
Did he know who you were, though?
Sir Frank? Oh, I think he thought, you know, the little poofter in Melbourne. And he'd call me Brian a lot, too. I think on purpose, you know. But, and, you know, Sir Frank was charming beyond words. I just didn't see that side. And you'd be playing tennis in Sydney with Sir Frank, and he had, you know, one eye. I always said, Sir Frank, you know, one eye was cold and meaningless and hard, and the other one was glass. You'd be playing.
What did he say to that?
No, I didn't say that to him. Jesus. Kill you. And you'd be playing tennis, and the ball would go, and he'd say, Brian, is that in? And you'd say, yes, Sir Frank, I'll just run down the road and get it.
I've got a glandular. Isn't that revolting? I knew Sir Frank too, of course. An Adelaide woman says, the money spent on Graham would be better spent elsewhere. Oh. Where? That's debatable. I don't think you watch our credits. If you watched our credits, you'd see this come up from time to time. Much of the money I receive for doing this goes to the Life Education Program to help young Australians lead a better and longer drug-free life. Would you like to see Australian youths live a miserable short life in the gutter with syringes? You slack-assed Adelaide Town.
I love it when he cries.
Graham, you are a bit of a knocker lately. Won't you say one positive thing about someone before the Christmas break? All right, I will. You are a positive.
We weren't planning on being around next year, were we?
The chance that you became sleazy, about the time of the, I'm thinking of Benny Hill and Dick Emery and those sorts of programs. Was that you trying to shock?
No, you're getting around to the crow call, aren't you?
The infamous crow call.
So we tried to make the ads on the 5-night-a-week show as amusing as possible, but some clients wanted their live ad presented seriously. And Rosemary was stuck with this ad for soap and underarm spray deodorant. It was the underarm spray deodorant. We had to actually say these words. You sprayed, and it contained time capsules, so that during the day, when you started to spoil, a little capsule would go, oh, time, bang, and your arm would fly. Rubbish, you know. But the soap stuff was so boring. So Rosemary would be over there, and I'd be at the desk. And to liven it up a bit, I'd do things into my microphone, very quietly.
They'll nourish your hair and beautify your hair the way nature meant it to be. Use them twice a week, and don't forget Cedar's hair conditioner, will you? Because it really works wonders on damaged hair. It is very simple. What did you mean by that?
Oh, a little tiny. I couldn't resist. I did a little crow noise there.
And one night I had done it before, but it was an Australian raven, Australis ravenavus. Didn't know I was going to say that. And it was simply that.
That's all it
But
was.
on this particular night, this would be months into me going, it must have been clearer. The audio bloke had the fader up, I don't know. But Adelaide pulled the plug immediately. I went, oh, shit, crunch. And that was the end. And I wasn't fired. Everyone gets this wrong. All that happened, I was asked to pre-record.
Shut up! 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, there you are. A lady from Wollongong rang earlier tonight asking if that was a mock crow call I made. I don't remember. I mean, you'd know if it was a real one. You go off air immediately. They come and turn the lights out while you're doing that. Oh, goodness.
You know, 30 years later, it's hard to imagine the public outrage that Graham sparked. The videotape of the infamous crow call was kept here in the Channel 9 vaults under lock and key. But that didn't stop him. Typically, as he'd done in comedy, Graham Kennedy took on everybody, management, the critics, even the government. A few weeks later, opening his show, he sank the boot into Senator Doug McClelland, the Whitlam minister in charge of television. Channel 9, I had to censor him once again, marking the videotape never to be screened. Well, here it is.
I've been through it all before, and nearly always, happily, face up comes Kennedy. Face up comes Kennedy. Just thinking of those initials. It's... no, come on. Well... Edit point. It's beneath my dignity to even go into the laughable and inane carryings-on of the Australian Broadcasting Control Board, which the good Minister of the Crown, Senator Douglas McClelland, is in charge of, but I know I can speak for a lot of my colleagues in this industry and several other industries in the entertainment field when I demand here tonight nationally that Senator McClelland be dismissed from office.
I think what's going to happen, I think you're actually right. I think that's one little portfolio
He has
that
to
might
go.
go out the back door.
Well, yeah, I think just
And as you know, in 1972, as I have been all my life,
Yeah.
I've been that way inclined. And, you know...
Yeah, since 1934 myself. No, I voted for this government because I was told by Bobby Lim that brilliant things would happen if we did, and it's worse. And I know a lot of starving actors and entertainers and performers and musicians, and it must stop, I think.
It's very sad. I'll say good night to you now. Good night.
In fact, Bert came back, but Graham Kennedy really was off. Mind you, some people had said that for years. Graham never did live television ever again. The Joker was just too wild, a bit too dangerous. And the memory of that crow call haunted television executives for years to come.
Here is the weather report. Noah went to the top of the mountain and said in a loud voice, Lord. Lord? Noah went to... No, not now. Noah went to the top of the mountain. Noah, from the biblical Noah, from the Old Testament, went to the top of the mountain, and he said in a loud voice, Lord, there's a flood coming. Should I build an And do you know what? Noah didn't do live television for a long time.
I think he suspects something. I must start acting quickly.
I wish he'd start acting, period. Now that tickles, you know that tickles. Oh, now that's silly. You see, that's stabbing me in the back. That's not right. You know it's not right.
Oh, it must be true what they say. Rasputin is immoral.
Immortal!
I wanted to do a game show. I'd never done a game show. And I heard some dressing room gossip. I think Don Lane was talking to Jimmy Hannon. We might have been doing something called Celebrity Squares. And they said, Grundy's have got this thing, it's terrific. It's the American match game. We don't know what they're going to call it over here. So I thought, well, if Don and Jim are in it, I'll just check this out. So Tony Connolly, who was producing Celebrity, he did all the Grundy shows, I think, was also doing Celebrity Squares, and I said, Tony, tell me about the match game. So he did, and I wanted to do it. I'd admired people like Jimmy, who, you know, you do 28 in one day. In Philip Brady's case, you do 126 in one day for $1 an episode. So I did, and this was a big hit.
Now start again.
You know your lines backwards.
No, come on.
then Dick turned a bend in the road, you see. Dick did. Then Dick went down this big hill, you see.
Dick down.
Dick did. So then Dick saw the stagecoach coming, you see.
A stagecoach coming to Dick.
Dick did.
Good.
Dick did. So Dick went riding up to the stagecoach, you see.
Yes.
Dick did. Did a double somersault, but Dick fell off his horse.
Dick did a double.
Clever Dick. Anyway.
I like this. It's a nice long one.
One of the men...
This is the longest Dick story.
One of the men made a move, you see.
Not Dick.
No, one of the men. So Dick... I can't wait to hear the finish of this. So Dick said, all right, he said. He said, I'm going to rob all the women and take all the men to my cabin in the hills. And the fella said, you've got it wrong there, Dick.
Yeah.
You mean you're going to rob all the men and take all the women to your cabin in the hills?
Yeah.
Whereupon the coach driver says, you leave Dick alone. He knows what he's doing.
Films sort of make you a real actor instead of just a comic or just a television person?
I'd like to think I act quite well. I don't. I think it's, you know, I think people think, isn't that pathetic? Look, he's got a different pair of shorts on. Who's he trying to be this time? Philip Adams decided to produce Don's Party, and it was meant to be cast with all television people. Mike Willesee was to play Cooley, and Paul Hogan was to be, and Barry Crocker was to be Don. I was to be Mac. And I thought, oh, beaut, in my first important movie, I'll be with a lot of chums who can't act either. One by one, they dropped by the wayside. My last hope was Barry Crocker, who was going to play Don, and he broke his back the day before we started shooting. So it left me, little weird kid from Balaclava, with funny eyes, with all these proper actors. And I was horrified and frightened beyond words. But we did it.
Now, Janie, have you ever hunted ducks?
No.
No, I don't want to hear anything filthy. Well, you wade through the shallows with your rifle at the ready.
Duck hunters use shotguns, do they?
I like to give the ducks a chance. Oh. Right. Here I am, the duck hunter, wading through the shallows. Wading. Ooh, itching for a duck. Wading. Whoop. All of a sudden, oh, nature calls. You sure you want to hear this?
Now, you said, if the quote's right, I'm terrified every time about Coast to Coast. Where the talent comes in is hiding the trembling.
Oh, that's everything. It's not just coast to coast. That's now. Notice how I've got the hands on the knees clenched.
So why do you do it?
I don't know. I'm not doing it anymore. I want to eat now.
But why have you done it for all your life? Here you are at 60, and you've done it for the last 55 years of your, or 45 years of your life.
Because I wasn't trained as a carpenter.
I can't go into my first erotic experience. I can't expand on that. I mean, I remember it as being a very tender, wonderful moment. I just wished at the time, I remember thinking clearly, I wish I had some company.
I've never tasted anything like it.
I'm glad you like them.
I don't like it, I just I've never tasted it.
I suppose it could be. Just think, for the first time, Ken, a portable massage parlour, and when you're finished, you don't have to pay the $100 for one with a lot. You simply do that. I think it's fantastic.
Well, not as cheap as...
Oh, oh, goodness. Oh, it's fallen into my lap. Oh, good night. And listen to this.
Yes.
Why do they say in the beginning of the show, coast to coast, when there is only one continuous coast around Australia? What an F word. Coast to coast. Coast to coast means Sydney on this coast, on the east, isn't it? Yes. And all the way to Perth on the west coast. That's coast to coast. Fool. I'd walk 1,000,000 miles for one of your smiles. Mummy. Oh, I've been doing this for so long I can't tell you. Many Australians are inclined to use the foreshore late at night at Kirribilli for a progress of a different nature. And there I am with the binoculars. And I think, really, I mean, it's so inconsiderate. My binoculars are too heavy to hold in one hand. Is that a late item? Has this been checked? Yeah. How many sauces? 1! Name it. Kumquat. That's what you say when you want a quat to come to you. No, that's the direction for asking a quat to approach you. What else would you say? Kumquat, you say? The little quat comes in. These are something you slip on, and they wouldn't recycle them because, well, you wouldn't. I think you're meant to take them, don't you? I've got another one. Look, I'll show you. Don't you really like it? Truly, don't you like it?
Well, I'm not crazy about it, but I think you might have shoved one of them down the front of your jocks.
Oh, no, I tell you, that's snow. It's more of that.
Would you do it again for us in close-up?
Yes.
Wonderful. I don't think I'd do that. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I'll probably do it. No, I'd do that.
How would you like?
2, 3. I don't think mine... Right. Look, it's... Oh, it's everywhere. Oh, look, there's a bit of there. Oh, there's a nasty bit. Oh, look. Molivi. Yeah. You sure my livy's not dirty for something? No, it's not. I've picked up, if you've just tuned in, look at my Maluvi. It's not dirty. Why do they not? Because, right, I have picked up my Maluvi. So I've written with the Maluvi on the hati. Now pass me an envelope. Fuck you, law. All right, I'll get it myself.
How would you like to be remembered?
Well, I was actually hoping, Ray, that everyone might forget. I'd like to be able to go shopping, even now. I'd like to be able to go to a restaurant without people coming up. I suppose it's never going to happen. I would really like to be forgotten, if that's possible.
We've got the film. We've got the film.
G'day, viewers. All right, then. Which one of these are you in love with?
This charming maiden, sire, Mercia.
Well, who's that prettier one over there?
That's how. Look, it's my manager. Look at that part there. That's a horse's ass.
Tarzan!
Oh, there's all yellow stars. I think I'm going to faint.
Tarzan! Tarzan!
I'm doing this camp.
No!
What?
Darling, are you all right?
I may never be able to have any children.
Next case! Next case!
Hello. 25 years in the business, my knob's never come off before.
I guess Graham Kennedy will always be remembered as our first and probably our only king of television. Many felt that it was a pity that he left all that wonderful stuff on the screen when he did, choosing the quiet life on his farm in the New South Wales Southern Highlands. But that was Graham Kennedy's choice. He's now nearly 70, and his health's, well, it's not great. Still, from the earliest days of TV to his successful reinvention as a screen actor, and finally the triumph of Coast to Coast, Graham made Australians laugh, and he did that for almost 40 years. He certainly earned the right to retire with dignity, and that's what he's done. So thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the bonus features for some classic Kennedy moments.
By the way, usually when we do something like the last sketch, we are criticised for wasting good food. I want to assure you all that no one could eat anything you've just seen. It was not real food. It came from the Channel 9 canteen.